What if the perfect day turned into a deadly trap? Imagine a father's promise to spoil his daughters with a dream shopping spree, only for a hidden threat to turn joy into chaos. The Shea family's tale of love, betrayal, and vengeance unfolds in a single explosive moment that could cost them everything. Will they escape the shadows of their past, or will secrets tear them apart? Dive into this gripping saga and uncover the truth. Subscribe to follow their journey to the end. The sun dipped low over California's glittering skyline as Xavier eased the sleek limousine to a stop in front of an opulent boutique, its glass facade gleaming under the golden light. "We're here," he announced, his voice warm with anticipation. His daughters, Nadia, Hilda, Mariah, and Aaliyah, peered out the windows, their eyes wide with curiosity. Earlier that day, Xavier had promised Charlotte, their mother, that he'd pick the girls up from school for a special outing. True to his word, he'd arrived right on time, determined to make up for the 4 years he'd been absent from their lives. Matilda, Charlotte's mother, had ensured the girls ate a quick dinner at home, but Xavier had something bigger in mind, a surprise to light up their faces. "Daddy, where's the surprise?" "All I see is a store," Nadia piped up, craning her neck to spot something extraordinary. Xavier's lips curled into a sly smile as he stepped out, opened the door, and helped each girl out of the car. "It's inside, kiddies. You're getting new wardrobes today. Pick anything you want." The girls froze. Even Jasper, the loyal driver, raised an eyebrow. This wasn't just any boutique. It was California's most exclusive, where only the elite shopped, and price tags could make anyone flinch. Charlotte, standing nearby, frowned. "Xavier, this is too much. A few outfits are enough. They don't need a whole wardrobe." Her voice carried a mix of gratitude and unease, but the girls, buzzing with excitement, stayed silent, their eyes darting to the boutique's glowing entrance. Xavier waved off her protest. "I've rented the place out. Let them have fun." He'd reserved the entire store to give his daughters a day they'd never forget, a gesture to mend the years he'd missed. As they stepped inside, Mr. Shea, Xavier's father, greeted them with a booming, "Happy birthday, kiddies." The girls squealed, rushing to hug their grandfather, their laughter echoing through the empty boutique. Brian, Xavier's younger brother, joined in, ruffling Nadia's hair. "Uncle's here too. Happy 5th birthday, girls. Pick out something nice. I love you all." The attendants, poised and professional, ushered the girls toward racks of shimmering dresses, while Charlotte exchanged pleasantries with Brian. "I didn't know Xavier had a brother," she said, a nervous smile tugging at her lips. Brian grinned back. "He didn't mention you either until I got back to California." "Oh, and this is for you." He handed her a velvet box. Inside sparkled a diamond necklace with matching earrings, a gift so extravagant Charlotte's breath caught. "This is too much," she whispered, but Brian insisted. Xavier helped pick it. "Your family now." The boutique hummed with joy as the girls twirled in dresses, piling their choices into Jasper's arms. But the mood shifted when Xavier's phone buzzed. He stepped aside, his face tightening as he answered. "Pablo, what is it?" His voice was low, urgent. On the other end, Pablo's Italian accent crackled with warning. "Mr. Cho said something odd. I don't think you're safe there." Xavier's eyes scanned the boutique, his instincts flaring. "We're fine. Get back to the warehouse." As he hung up, something glinted in the corner. A small device, its red numbers ticking down. A bomb. "Brian, get the girls out now." Xavier shouted, his voice slicing through the chatter. Brian didn't hesitate, grabbing Nadia and Aaliyah's hands while Charlotte scooped up Hilda and Mariah. The attendants followed, their faces pale. "Father, 47 seconds left, go." Xavier urged Mr. Shea, who stood frozen. An attendant yanked him toward the exit as Xavier's gaze locked on the device. 15 seconds remained. He braced himself, but a strong hand, Alex, his best friend, grabbed him, pulling him toward a back exit. They stumbled into the alley just as the boutique erupted in a deafening blast, flames licking the sky. An hour earlier, across town, Detective Scott sat in Antonio's lavish study, discussing a critical piece of evidence, a video clip that could pin Xavier to a crime. Antonio, Xavier's estranged brother, leaned back in his chair, his eyes cold. If the video's clear, my son Nate will deliver it to the station. Jane, Antonio's wife, fidgeted nervously. What if it's him, detective? What happens then? Scott's voice was steady. He'll be detained, tried, and face life imprisonment for murder. Jane's heart sank, but Antonio's lips twitched with satisfaction. Everything was mine to begin with, he muttered once Scott left. Xavier took it all. My company, my legacy. Jane's eyes flashed with anger. You're wealthy, Antonio. Why do you need a share? If you hadn't killed Tyler, Xavier wouldn't have retaliated. Scott, lingering outside, overheard their heated exchange, his suspicions confirmed. Antonio was behind Tyler's murder, but why target his nephew instead of Xavier? As Scott drove away, Nate arrived, handing Antonio the clear video. It's done, Father. The detective can have it. The TV blared with news of the boutique explosion, and Jane gasped, tears streaming down her face. What about Xavier and the girls? Antonio's voice was flat. Everyone escaped except Xavier. Jane fled upstairs, sobbing, while Nate shrugged. If he's gone, it simplifies things. At the hospital, Xavier paced outside the surgery room, his hands bloodied from minor cuts. Alex, who'd saved him from the blast, was inside, and Xavier's fear of losing him gnawed at his chest. The doctor emerged, pulling off his gloves with a grin. Alex is fine, just shock and minor injuries. You, on the other hand, refused treatment. What? Xavier's voice was raw. I'm fine. Can I see him? Inside, Alex was awake, his smile weak but reassuring. You worry too much, he teased. Xavier sank onto the bed, exhaustion hitting him. Who did this, Alex? Was it Antonio? The doctor, overhearing, shook his head. Antonio's killed before, but this? Too reckless. Alex's expression darkened. We found documents linking Mr. Cho to Sophia's father. He's been playing us all. Xavier's jaw tightened. Sophia, his ex-fiancée, had a father with a vendetta, but why now? As Alex wheeled away, claiming nausea, Xavier's suspicion grew. He knew about that back exit. Was he involved? He muttered, forcing himself to stand despite the pain. Meanwhile, Jane arrived at the Shea family estate, bracing for a confrontation. Margaret, Xavier's mother, greeted her with venom. What right do you have to be here after what your husband did? Brian stepped in, defending Jane. She saved my life once, Mother. Show some respect. Jane pleaded for peace. I don't know why Antonio's at war with you, but please confront him directly. Beatrice, Tyler's mother, nodded. She's right. Settle this with Antonio, not through grudges. Back at Charlotte's house, Margaret's hostility resurfaced when she confronted Charlotte. Stay away from my son, she spat. Those bastards aren't his. Matilda, Charlotte's mother, fired back. Xavier is their father, and he'll marry Charlotte. Not even you can stop it. Xavier arrived just in time, his presence calming the storm. Nothing will stop me from marrying you, he told Charlotte, pulling her into his arms as the girls rushed to hug him. Daddy, you're safe. Nadia cried. Over dinner, the family bonded, but the girls had a secret plan brewing in their room. We need to protect Daddy, Mariah whispered, eyeing Charlotte's hidden laptop. That video could send him to jail. At school the next day, the girls sneaked into the computer room, hoping to hack into the detective's files. Their uncle, reluctant but fond of them, handed over a Wi-Fi device. Don't do anything reckless, he warned. They uncovered a video of a woman, Mizari, linked to a plot against Charlotte. She's targeting Mommy through us, Zara said, her voice fierce. We'll scare her off ourselves. Across town, Arya, Charlotte's old rival, plotted to ruin her by reuniting her with Sebastian, her ex. At a bridal shop, Charlotte froze when Sebastian appeared, his smile stirring old memories. I've missed you, he said, leaning in, but Charlotte stepped back, her heart loyal to Xavier. At the courthouse, Mr. Cho faced his fate, death by hanging for his crimes. Veronica, his former accomplice, confronted him with tears. I'll never forgive you, she said, as Xavier comforted her. Scott, watching closely, vowed to pursue Xavier next, armed with Antonio's evidence. At a business meeting, Mr. Shea revealed Salvador, their driver, was linked to a past betrayal his father executed for a crime tied to the Shea family. "He's after revenge," Xavier said, determined to uncover the truth. As weeks passed, calm settled over the Shea family, but the girls remained vigilant, hacking into files to protect Xavier. Charlotte, preparing for her wedding, faced Arya's taunts but stood firm. The boutique's reconstruction began, and Xavier proposed to Charlotte, the ring gleaming with promise. Yet, shadows lingered, Salvador's motives, Antonio's betrayal, and Scott's pursuit loomed large. The girls, armed with their secret plan, vowed to shield their family, unaware of the dangers closing in. Will Xavier uncover the mastermind behind the bomb? Can the girls outsmart their enemies? Subscribe now to follow the Shea family's fight for justice and love in the next thrilling installment.